and I got papers in my hand, and we're back. Now we're in the shop in the Thunderdome, and we're going to go over our 6 builds that we got going. Really, it's 5. We got one in the back that's just started. So, but we're going to show you our progress. Last week we started these houses just with a trailer, and I'm going to show you what we're doing, how we're trying to get it done, and what's going on. Keep up to date. So at the end of this week, told the guys in a meeting this morning, we asked them, like, this is what we're wanting to do. We're wanting these homes done, except for stucco, by Thursday evening.
Oh my God, that's exciting.
So let's see what happens. We'll see. Hopefully we can keep on it.
And keep in mind, this is the first time the majority of them. I mean, there's only been Dennis and maybe just Dennis that has worked on these homes. So this is the first ESP homes they've done. Yeah.
So everybody's on this. It's kind of getting us ready for the Incredibox.
Yes.
Them guys getting their hands on everything, and also it's getting ready. They're learning so much. You know, there's a lot of guys just stay in one field, but now they're doing all of it: the plumbing, the wiring, the finishing, you know, the trim and the roofing and the metal and everything that we're doing here.
Yeah.
So, all right, this is a 10 by 30, 10 foot by 30 house. You can see it's the roof's already on it. It's all set, ready to go. It's ready for stucco on the outside.
Yeah.
So on the inside, let's go in here. Let me show you what they're doing.
I'll follow you.
So here's our staircase. It's already pre-built.
Okay.
They build it in the shop. We plug it in.
Okay.
Show you a little bit about how they're working. Come on, let's watch you guys work a little bit. You good?
Okay.
All right. You're good? So up here we put wood strips on the ceiling. You can see they're putting, so they put the V-groove in there. Now what's really good about this is it's 12 feet from this wall to that wall. So all the boards you can see are stacked up right here on their scaffold. They put it on, boom, 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 boom. He'll pass the gun over here. The BJ can put it on there. Go to town. Okay. And then upstairs, up underneath the loft, they're 8 foot wide. They've already had that pre-cut. They've already installed that.
Okay.
So as soon as they get up to this point, then we'll put a ridge cap on there, but we'll make sure we got our wiring for a ceiling fan and our sprinkler system inside here.
Okay.
You see that van back here? That's for their loft to sit on. So that's already So all their loft boards.
And if everybody will remember, we came through this house the other day before they started putting the V-groove on.
Yes. They're completely done on the outside except the stucco. Now, when the stucco's on, then we'll go back and we'll trim the exterior windows and doors.
Okay.
See this right here? So they're going to wait. This is all silicone and it's everything, but when they're going to stucco it, then we'll just put the trim on top.
So this is ready for rain.
Wait, for what?
Ready for rain?
Rain, ready for rain.
Ready for rain.
Yes, it is. It is conditioned outside.
Okay.
Yeah. And Dennis in there, he's built a ton of them under his belt.
Dennis has been doing them for what, a year? Almost a year?
Yeah. Yeah, he has authority on them.
Yeah.
Showing where we can run the plumbing, the wiring, how it's all set. Like Beck, I guess we can show you this here. Yeah. So this is a 32-inch shower. We got a wall back here that takes on the panel box underneath it. It also is what's going to be, this is a trim that the V-groove will run down, right? We also got another one here. And we double this one up because we got a barn door and the lags that go into the barn door to make sure it won't penetrate through the other side.
And this is where the stairs will go.
Yeah, and so the stairs, what I liked about it is the stairs are connected.
Yeah.
We run the V-groove right up against it. And that wall's done.
Yeah.
And it's beautiful. It's a pre-built staircase. And right where you're at is a closet.
Yeah.
Right? These wires, as you can see, like, how did that wire come out of that panel right here?
Right.
When it's a solid panel. What we did is we ran it from here up and behind this piece of flashing right here that connects the dormer wall and the gable wall together, goes up to right there, and that's what'll run our pump lights, our smoke alarm in the loft. You can see how it's hid behind the V-groove up in the very peak. They'll do the same thing, come up around that door, they'll go up, and they'll go right into that fan, which will hang down in the living room at the very beginning right there.
And so if there's anything that they needed to look at the wiring for any reason, all you have to do is remove a panel of wood. I mean, it's right underneath
all
there.
Exposed.
It's all there.
You know, this is going to be stucco. And so what happens is this runs right behind here, Then we put a trough across here, and we got a light in the shower and the light over the toilet. And that way they can get to the wiring right here. Okay. We also got a 3-way switch back here when you go up the steps.
Okay.
You'll turn your switch on to turn your puck lights on. And then you've got plugs that'll go around up here after they put the floor on. One of these, I'm sure one of these is a hot for the plugs to go around.
Okay.
Yep. And then see this trough? Go straight across and you can catch it underneath behind the shower and goes to the panel box. Okay. So normally in a regular house, you would go up through there and frame it and in the ceilings and then all that kind of stuff because you got a member to put it in. Here, we have to expose this. This took a lot of training, thinking, working through. We went through probably half a dozen different systems how we wanted to do this.
Yeah.
A little dusty in here, isn't it?
I know. I was like, something went in my eye.
Here's our stovetop wire. Here's our range hood wire, microwave. And we've got our plugs here. We got separate circuits for our kitchen. Over here is our water heater. It goes underneath the sink. This right here is our switch to our lights in our bathroom and our fan that we'll put on for an exhaust. Okay. It's all been pre-done. As you can see, he's already got water lines in for his valve. He's set and ready to go. This is for your shower head. This will wrap around. No, it'll go straight up. It'll go right here. Okay. If you had it in the back, it'd shoot out the door.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah.
Thank you, Dennis. You too.
So this is a big one. And usually it's a 10 by 20. And what we did is we just made the deck, the trailer 10 foot longer, and we extended the roof line out. Yeah. So now the other ones are 10 by 20. It was a deal that we made about a year ago. And we're still building them, putting them out there, getting them off our build list. And hey, Daniel, so you can see they've got the blue metal up on this. They'll be putting their gutters underneath there.
Also, I think it's like a Hawaiian blue or something.
Yep. So they got their dormers on. They got their metal. Looks like he might be just finishing it up. They're trying to get it all set and done. Then they'll go in the inside like Dennis. Dennis is just a little step ahead of everybody. Yeah. So there's your loft. Well, that really is a collar beam to keep everything together until they put their loft together. Yeah. And then they can take the collar beam down. Okay. But once they get their loft in, they can take it down. They'll start stripping out all their ceilings, get it ready for V-groove. Okay.
Oh, that's a different. Oh, is that a different? It's a different blue. That's a darker blue than that one.
Really?
Or is it the same? It could be the same.
Looks like the same.
Could be the same kind.
Yep.
Oh, I bet it is, yeah.
All right, so look, another stage inside, you can see they're putting V-groove up on their ceiling. Yeah. They're all set and going and getting both of them done. There's only 2 guys in here. There's 2 guys. We had 3, a couple of guys that I think might be out today. Right. But as soon as they're done, all the seams inside can be spread with mud, right, to cover all the nails and everything for the stucco. It's kind of a pre-layer for the stucco. But all their outside is done except for the metal. The metal didn't come in on this house, so they jumped on the inside and started doing the inside.
And that one's already it's got some of the metal.
Yes, this one's got some of the metal.
It's got copper.
You can see it's piled up over here. And I told them they can split up. Some guys can be putting metal on while some guys are in there trimming, you know? Okay. Now this is Travis and Nicole's house. So they've got their V-groove up in already, and they've already got their walls patched up on all their seams with the Durabond, which is a 90, 45-minute mud that dries up, and they'll try to put a couple coats on it, and that helps in the stucco. As soon as that's done, they'll put their loft in, their staircase in, and go. Okay. Yep, and these are their loft boards.
And Albert's over here helping them.
Yep. I knew it would be. He framed an entire 40-foot trailer today.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Done.
Ain't nobody works like him.
What time is it?
That's 4 o'clock, 4:30.
You want to install that garage door on the spray foam thing?
Yes, sir. Yeah. And I got one to install on the main building, too. We'll put it in. I bought 2 doors. We'll frame it in, grind it, opening out. But, yeah.
I see the doors inside that unit.
The building? Okay. You can work over there, or we can maybe back it in here.
It looks like he's putting an AC unit in now. So we were putting it in.
In his trailer?
In the spray foam unit.
That's Jesse.
It's mounted already on the inside.
That's what it is. He'll probably live in there. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the fifth one down here that we're doing. Mike, Rob, and Adam are on.
Look at all this wood.
Yeah, so this is your loft boards, your 2x6 TNG loft boards, and 1x12, and then you got your 1x6 TNG. We put it here so everybody could kind of grab it. We took count of everything, and then they can grab a hold of it. This one up here, they're putting their metal on. They still got their their gable rakes they got to put on, and their ridge caps and stuff like that. So,
okay.
Yeah. And they probably have split up a little bit. I think they're putting strips on the inside. But you can see how not everybody, they're almost at the same progression in build. So they got all their soffits, they got their faces up. And so, you know, some of these guys that maybe not have done the roofing and they're a little bit slower, but we have supervisors out here to show them what they need to be doing and how they need to hurry, you know, not hurry, but how they can say, hey, do this or do that to be a little bit more efficient. This one's already got so they put the strips in. They've got their loft is ready. Their bathroom wall is up.
Yeah.
And they got their strips are ready for V-groove.
And they did that first, their seams for the.
Yes, and they've already mudded their seams.
Yeah.
So they're doing good.
That's great.
Now, one thing I wanted to point out that we talked about this morning is when they were doing this. So you see this strip right here? Okay, just a small thing, but that strip needed to be held out away from the wall about 2 inches so we could run the wire up in there, because that puts a little void. The other day they put this and they butted it up against it, and I said, hey, make sure that you pull that away. Make sure you pull it away. You know, little things like that is really going to help the guys. Sure. You don't have to go back and then you got to move a bunch of stuff and cut.
Okay.
Yep. So, but they got their bathroom wall up.
Okay.
Here. This is where the staircase, this is a mirror image of the other ones we're doing.
Yeah.
So they got their bathroom, their staircase will be going up. They got another here, the V-groove. They're stepping right along.
Oh, the staircase, this is on the other side?
Yeah, staircase is on this side, kitchen's on that side.
Oh, okay.
Yep, and we got a door on the side instead of the end.
Okay.
So like right here, we got this wire coming out of that metal, and it's a grommet on here to keep the wire from rubbing up against the metal. Well, what happens is this is a piece of wood, so every time we cut a door in, we wrap it in wood because you got hinges and the door hitting, so we want to reinforce that door.
Yep.
So before we put the wood in, we ran a wire up inside the jamb and out. So now we've got a light. We got a light switch for our light outside. We also got a switch to the ceiling fan.
Okay.
So what happens? You can see it comes down there, goes down, goes up here. Now we can turn our ceiling fan on from here. It's just like some pre-planning you got to do, you know. And then we'll V-groove to here, stucco. After the stucco's done, then we'll trim out the windows on top of the stucco, and we're good.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Good.
Yeah.
It's a good update on these.
I guess you guys like all this stuff. You don't watch this.
Exactly. Well, get these ESPs going. I mean, we've made a huge transition from, this is the building this property is doing the ESPs. We're doing the stick builds over at the Amish. That was a big deal to switch over. And guys, that's all they've ever done is wood homes.
Yeah.
That's not easy to do.
No, it's not. All they've ever done was wood. So, and you know, we went up there Saturday.
Yeah, and that's the questions you've got there.
Some of the questions.
Yeah.
And so if you are getting a home that is built out of solely wood, it is being built in Kentucky with our Amish. Now, some people said, I don't want my house built by the Amish, and I don't want it to be built only here. And that's why we went up there to show you how well they're being built, how well we're organized up there, and how we're keeping track, not just keeping track. It's like building here.
It's the same thing.
We've got a supervisor that is up there with them.
Yeah.
We got our inventory team who's doing more inventory for them up there than we are doing down here in the organization that we have.
Yeah.
So to me, it's no different. I've already talked to the Amish 3 times today. We meet every morning on the phone. We got David Clark who lives up there. And David Clark is from Idaho. He came here. He built for us he built about, I don't know, 9 or 10 homes solely by himself. He's got a wealth of knowledge. He's super articulate, and we're glad to have him up there. I was so impressed with what he was doing, and he was already setting the system up to help them guys. They've never had that.
Right.
And they love David. They said, David's getting us to be organized. He's actually telling them to clean their stuff up and where to put all their supplies.
Right.
We're dropping off 20-foot containers up there so they can clean their shops out, be more organized on the outside of their building. They can put their materials that's being shipped for the build they're working on. So
okay.
I guess I'm saying all that, not for the general public, but for the customers that are watching this show. If you bought a house from us, I'm telling you how much energy and time and effort's being put in together to get your house built.
Right.
And if you do want a house built from us, this is what we're doing.
Yeah,
All
this
right?
is the process.
This is the process. All right, I had a couple comments.
Okay.
You guys want me to, where do you want to go? Right here?
Yeah, probably outside.
You want to go outside?
Yeah, I'll go outside.
All right. Well, they're grinding, if you can hear me. This is from Monica Sanders. I remember you mentioned David. It's David, I already mentioned him. It's David from Idaho, the builder.
Yeah, it's not the one, she was thinking that was
Twyla.
it's not
Mr.
different
Rodriguez. Then you've got Nancy Moon. I have a question on ESP built homes. I live in the West Coast and want a 2-story, which would create a shipping issue. Could there be a pre-assembled double dormer component? They could build in one piece with holes and windows, deliver sitting on the floor of a loft. It would be raised and bolted in place via flange around the perimeter base. The windows would be glued and screwed in place with dormers raised. I think it could be done if a few friends, maybe short YouTube videos for experts. Yep. And I tell everybody, you know what? Anything can be done. We really don't have the time to put into that, as busy as we are. But you are totally 100% correct that is possible. And we have thought about stuff like that doing, but it's just not financially feasible for us to put so much energy and endeavor in something like that, that it takes time for that not to have a problem.
Right.
And by the time we put all our time and energy, we could have built maybe a half a dozen homes.
Right,
So,
exactly.
But man, a great idea, and I totally believe that is truly an idea that could be, you know. Jay Miles, do they have their own spray foam machine? Okay, so up in Amish country, he's asking if they got a spray foam machine. They don't, and we talked about having it. They actually asked about it if they could get one. But we have a subcontractor up there that is awesome. He treats us so good. He's got a great product, and he's at a great price.
And they work well with the Amish.
Yeah,
It works out really good.
It's not worth it for us to do that. He actually does residential homes, and on his way home, he'll just stop and spray one and be done.
He takes care of it. So
yeah, so we got a great source of spray foam in Kentucky. That's why it's going so well. We got a metal roofing supply company. We've got the spray foam up there, and then Lowe's is up there and it's drop shipping everything we need. The only thing we really ship now are our tub showers because we get such a good deal on them, and then our wood is our wood trim,
and of course our trailers.
And our trailers.
Yeah.
So another one is from Tommy, copper plumbing pipe busting. Also, by enclosing the pipes in the floor, what will happen if one of these pipes busted? It's great that you are using PVC pipes. I'd never build a home using metal or copper pipes. And you know what, Tom? We don't. That house there that you seen on that video was requested by the homeowner to use copper.
I know.
So I totally agree. And you're asking me a question, what if a pipe bursts in the floor? You fix it. I don't know what else to do. You bust it, and it's a mess. You know what it's like. You have to tear up the floor and got to get to it, you know? So, but that's why we test all the pipes before it close up the floor. We'll test it with, of course, air. Then we'll test it with water, and before we do all that.
Yeah.
Okay, Abundantly Clear. That's the name of their handle.
Yeah, I think
Your
it's.
CB handle.
I always forget. I think it's Barbara, but I always forget if it's Brenda or Barbara. So hey, Brenda or Barbara, I think it's Barbara.
Well, I wanted David to build my house, so I guess the Amish is building it with David as supervisor. We'll be good. Oh, let me get this radio right here. Hang on just a second. Yep, here we go, right there. And so our question is, you say you changed from metal pan on the trailer to using wood. Isn't the wood more expensive than the metal? Because I still want a metal pan. Is that possible? What would be the better cost difference? Okay, just to answer that, no, metal is absolutely out of sight. And we use pressure treated plywood, which will last and last and last, all right? It's actually, the guys are liking it better. They're able to fasten their floor joists better. They like nailing it to the plywood. So we take the plywood, we tap con it down, or not tap con, but we use self-tapping screws to fasten it to the trailer. We like the process better. It actually is more square, more flat, and we work with it, and it's pressure treated. That pressure treated wood is you know, a 30, 40 year, and it doesn't get wet, right?
Right.
Nothing. So no, I like the wood, and probably even if wood was more expensive, I probably would stay with wood.
Okay.
Another couple questions. Would we be allowed to put a slab concrete where our homes would go in the prairie? The lot would be worth more, would it not? I want to put down very strong permanent tie downs. You mentioned 50-mile-an-hour winds. Would be allowed to put down water pipes and electricity from our homes to shed. Thinking of putting a washer dryer in the shed leaves room for a closet in the home. Please advise. All right, so as you guys know, you come here and you're gonna live here for a long time. The lots are leased, and if you want to put a concrete pad down, I wouldn't be objective to that concrete pad. And if you want to run water and power to a shed, I'm really not opposed to that either. As long as it's underground, it looks nice, and it's done properly. And you'll have to have a drain if you put a washer and dryer. I actually also was thinking the same thing. Why don't we put a washer and dryer in our shed? If it freezes, you know, you got to watch and contend with that with a heater in it and make sure you take care of that end of it. But my whole thing is aesthetics. Make it look nice and go. I know people are going to be living here probably the rest of their life, and I think it's awesome. So I would rather have a concrete pad out there. You can pour it all. It'd be wonderful. More of that than yard decorations and stuff that's not going to be conducive with everybody else, you know. And that's one thing that I haven't come across, probably just because we're just growing so fast, is saying, hey, I only want this type of fencing, or I only want this type of trees, or all that stuff, because we're getting an array of, everybody's really excited about doing stuff around their home. And people are putting up 3 and 4 different types of fencing. They're adding additions on their house and stuff. I just don't want it and won't allow it to look like it's turning into a bunch of sheds and cobbled up construction and going on. It's not going to happen, you know. So just have an eye for that. You know, I know when I started this whole thing, I probably was naive to think that everybody, and it's been pretty good, not everybody would kind of join in and just try to maybe get together and make it happen and make it all look nice and right. But I never, you know, people just don't agree. You know, some people just have their ways. So I'm learning that there's some things we have to just secure down, and this is how we want it to look and be. So.
And two, one of the things that all we ask, and people are doing this with their fences and things like that, they are asking for approval.
Yep.
They'll send in a picture of what they're wanting to do. So if you're wanting to do anything different, like with your shed or with putting concrete or anything, you just need to get approval first. That's all.
You know, I don't know if it's going to look bad having 5 and 6 different types of fencing. It may look nice. It may look, as long as it, you know, man, as long as it's clean enough.
As long as they're
I think it'll look really cute.
Exactly.
I mean, Gloria's is nice looking out there. Mishka's is putting a fence up. It looks nice. I know
Will and Becky.
Yeah, Will and Becky. Joyride Bell wanted to do a type of fence. So it may look kind of individual. I hate for it to be just a cookie cutter and like no rules or nothing out there. So, you know what? We're just learning. We're learning. All I know is that we really want to keep this nice and kind of picked up and not cobbled up.
Yeah.
You know, the biggest thing, and I've allowed it to happen, is people taking their boxes and their storage and everything, and they're piling up, but they're under construction right now. And so, yeah, you know, we're under construction. We haven't finished our stuff. We haven't finished our fencing and all that stuff that we're going to do. So we're all working together. I'm thinking, hey, within the next year, people have their skirting, they'll have all their stuff underneath their house.
I think everything should have the time limit of the end of the year. Everybody has to
Yeah.
the end of the year to get everything picked up, everything squared away. No tents. No, we're not gonna, like some people have tents and canopies.
Sure.
We're not gonna allow that. It is for now. But until we're done, the end of the year,
Exactly.
let's get everything nice, picked up, clean, and then 2023.
We're
It's
good
all-
to go.
we're good to
'Cause
go.
You got enough time to move in over there
That's
and get
right.
everything set up.
Gives you plenty of time.
Yep.
Okay.
So,
Any other, or was that it?
That's it for the comments.
Okay.
I can't think if there's anything
And that
else.
was from Saturday's show.
That's some Saturday show up in the Amish.
At the Amish.
Yeah. I still got the same shirt on, man. I don't think I've taken a shower since Saturday.
Well, it's raining. You're good.
Hey, it has been a lot going on here in
So much.
Yeah, probably our temperament might be a little bit more business-like on these videos. It's just been a lot. We've been, trying to expedite these builds, and we're working 7 days a week. We went up to the Amish on Saturday. Sunday, we put the last of the trusses on the main building. Today we get up and we've got a protocol set up to get these houses expedited, get them out. We're also looking at the next wave of construction. The next 6 homes comes in here. The next wave going up to the Amish, finishing them, transporting homes, ordering materials, dealing with all that's going on. And I've got several other people that I'm dealing with about zonings and about inspections and certificates. So it's kind of hard to, I hate to say it, but it's kind of hard to kind of be in a different state of mind other than being in the business.
Yeah.
Protocol and get it done.
Well, and too, our followers are so appreciative of, they love the difference. They love to see what's going on. They love that we did that Saturday because we want to include you on everything, the good and the bad. So we want to show
What's some
you.
bad, man? You got some bad?
Well, there ain't no bad today.
You got no bad?
No, we just been working. It's just been a lot of work today. Mondays are just, it's almost becoming every day's a Monday. You said every day's a Tuesday, every day's a Monday now.
They were talking on Thursday.
Yeah.
Like, it is like the first of the week, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Of what goes on here.
Yeah.
And it's exciting. There's tons of stuff. And still, we're looking into development. I talked to the engineer today about the mountain. They're coming out this week to finish up the engineering so we can get the sewer going.
And we'll get an update on that because we know people are wanting to know about what's coming up available. We've got a few things to talk about this week.
Yeah, we got opportunities for lots here for community that we're getting ready to put in and offer you guys a house, lot, everything package deal, and we'll let you know about that. We got our models that just came out.
And too, the one thing that we've been focusing on a lot, and Sam has been trying to get the website up and going. It's probably going to be up and running in a couple of days, but he's got all the information. I've got a couple more things that I have to send to him, and we should be good to go. But we're going to try and have so much information on the website that you don't have to call in. We've got the videos. It's the whole point of it, of doing the videos individually for each new model, so you won't have any questions. If you have any questions, you email us, because we've got so much work going on. Not that we don't want to talk to you, but we
don't have enough operators
to answer
the phones.
I know.
And Sam's just slammed. And then we're actually, thinking about different things with different people and how we're going to do things. So I just want it to be, because it's a model home.
Yeah.
And put as much information you possibly could have so you can make up your mind.
Yeah.
The only other thing that we don't have is the physical model that's already built, so you guys can walk through and we can show you what's going on. We're hoping to build a couple models here shortly for customers that have already bought some.
Yeah.
And if we can do that, we'll start presenting our models to you.
And something too that I want you to also know is that Becky and Twyla and Paula Jackson, they have all volunteered. They're going to volunteer their time 1 day a week to tour people through. We got 4 homes on here. They're going to show you the community, the forest, the beach, and the prairie.
Oh, good.
They're going to walk you through 4 homes.
Yeah.
But they're volunteering their time because they are invested here. They live here. All 3 of them, they live here.
Man.
And they are volunteering their time. We can't thank them enough, because we know there is people who want to come here and want to walk through a home. They're going to volunteer their time. So please go to the visit email. They're only doing it by email. So you have to email visit@incredibletinyhomes.com, and Becky will get back with you. They'll set up a time and everything like that. So it's a limited days. They're only doing it 3 days a week. So there's only going to be limited spaces. There is restrictions. of how many people, no pets coming, things like that.
Yeah.
But they're volunteering their time to do it.
Isn't that great?
Yeah, so we can't thank them enough. So thank you so much for them doing that.
Thank you for doing it.
Yeah, I
Man.
appreciate that.
They're living here.
They're
and
living
they're wanting
here.
to show people around.
I know. I think it's wonderful.
So that's the
Yeah.
spirit of our place and
Yeah.
our community and our workplace.
Yep.
And I can't thank them enough. You know, the guys working here, you know, Will and David are amazing. They don't have to even work. They're
retired.
They're kind of retired and they
Yeah.
don't really have to work. And they're here busting it. They are like, I'm worried sometimes that they're overworking, you know?
Oh, exactly.
And they, you know, we're working together. And listen, this is not a perfected system that we've got down here. And we're always changing and trying to be better at what we do.
We create so much as we go, it ain't even funny.
Yeah.
Isn't that something?
Yeah, it's fun, it's exciting, it's challenging. You know, you get aggravated because this system didn't work or that person or whatever we're doing, and what we do is like, you know what? Okay, it didn't work. What do we got to do to make it happen?
Yeah.
You know. So, all right. I just got the finger. Wrap it up, big boy. All right. Have a great night.
Yep.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe to this channel if you will. Give us a thumbs up. Tell everybody about it. This is how we market our companies through YouTube. Not really much other marketing that we do because this is such an economical source of marketing our homes.
Yeah.
All right. Everybody, have a great night. Bye.